hard song to play.
Dude, your leg must be like destroyed.
What? Oh, it hurts like hell, dude. That's what happens, drummers out there. When you keep doing something, don't let your bandmates say, hey, stop doing that all the time. Say, no, I'm making it my signature thing.
That's right.
Oh, come on, save me. She tells me what she wants. That only you can have your way. I don't wanna be here like a golden life remains. You and I at the end of a bad night. Oh, maybe this is the war. I'm so full of bad ideas. Trust me, you don't wanna hear them. Tell me everything. Now draw the line. Now draw the line. 'Cause I'm so afraid to let you know how letting go. Oh, I'm such a mess, baby. This game's over. Oh, woman losing and no one gets in. I start to finish what you said and spin alone. Don't get too close. I don't wanna feel fucking keep me comatose. There's no more maybes. This is absolute. So don't stop now. Today's the day. I know it's not what you want. It's not what you wanna hear. But what's it really matter when you're lost? I'll go sing a song for all your lonely hearts. I know I'm wasting years. You're afraid of me as crazy as you are. You can cross the line. You borderline. You borderline. 'Cause I'm so afraid to let you know how letting go. Oh, such a mess, baby. This game's over. Oh, women losing and no one gets in. I start to finish what you said and spin alone. Don't get too close. I don't wanna feel fucking keep me comatose. Only keep me comatose. I'm so afraid. So afraid to let you know how letting go. Oh, I'm such a mess, baby. This game's over. Oh, women losing and no one gets in. I start to finish what you said and spin alone. Don't get too close. I don't wanna feel fucking keep me Don't get too close. I don't wanna feel fucking keep me comatose.
Yeah, dude. I have to read one of the comments from the chat when you were playing that. Josh Eppard has the best drum faces ever.
Well, if you're going to be known for something,
That's a pretty good thing to be known for.
I guess, not feet, wrist, or any drum ability, faces.
Drum
So,
faces. Dude, it's so great to have you here. To all of you out there watching, please welcome Josh Eppard to Drumeo, drummer for Coheed and Cambria. We wanted to do this for a long time, and you're finally here.
Yeah, it's an absolute thrill and what an honor to be here at Drumeo.
Yeah, we've,
Kept trying to catch my breath. I got
Well, I'll do your introduction. We've been having a blast over the last few days, filming a bunch of Coheed stuff, a bunch of stuff for the YouTube channel. Yeah, it's been a blast to like see you play. We're gonna talk a bit about your setup, your open-handed playing. You have a really cool way of playing and approaching the drums. Like I said, you're the drummer for Coheed, but you also have the drum set Confessional. And for anyone
Yes, sir.
who's wondering about that, what is that? How did you start it? Why did you start it?
Well, it's addiction outreach. I don't want to, we're here to have fun, and this is like a lighthearted thing. I don't want to get overly deep here or dark, but I think we're losing people left and right. Fentanyl, heroin, drugs. I myself am a survivor of drug addiction, and I think it's really cowardly to kind of bury my head in the sand and try to hide away. So I thought we would try to help people. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
And that's what it is. It's addiction outreach. We do monthly meetings every month, drumsetconfessional.com. And yeah, that's essentially it, man.
Awesome, man.
And I hope we can dredge up some good in the world and try to save lives. I know that sounds a little cheesy, but it's really the truth, man. I want to try to do some good. I feel so lucky to be alive. I am lucky to be alive, dude. I feel so blessed. I mean, look where I am right now. I'm at Drumeo, the world headquarters for drummers.
Yeah, man.
And I want to pay it forward. So
awesome, man. And to any of you out there, go check out all the other stuff you've done on Drumset Confessional. Josh has a pretty amazing story, and check out what he's doing on the website and all that. We also do this kind of thing on YouTube all the time with guests just like Josh, but we also have tons of stuff in the Drumeo members area. We have workout videos where you can actually practice along with instructors. We have a method to teach you how to play the drums. Nearly 6,000 songs with drumless tracks. You can head over to drumeo.com/trial. You can try Drumeo free for 7 days and all that good stuff. In this lesson, we're calling this Coheed and Cambria Grooves and Fills because, of course, you're playing a bunch of Coheed stuff, but I want to get into some of the things that maybe you haven't had a chance to like really dive into.
Sure, yeah.
And some of the things I was surprised by even just yesterday when we were filming were who your influences were, because you think of—
You were shocked by that?
I was, and you
That's
think
cool.
about Coheed as like this rock band. I know you guys get associated with prog a lot too, but some of the people you mentioned I was pretty surprised by. So
Levon Helm, you're
Levon
probably
Helm,
yeah.
the Cars. So like, talk about where you grew up and kind of the music you were into and the drummers you were into.
Well, growing up in Woodstock, New York, it was just a wealth of experience and musical wisdom that me and my brother were privy to. Pretty much thanks to my father, who had kind of cemented his legacy as a player. My dad is a badass.
Yeah.
Dad, if you're watching, certified badass. As is my brother, Joey Eppard, who fronts the band 3 and does his own solo thing. He just did the Coheed cruise with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I met Levon Helm when I was a kid. My father was in a band with Levon.
Crazy.
But again, I'm a kid. I thought, who is this old fart, whatever. But as you get older, you really realize just, the legends that I was around. Drummers like Harvey Sorgan, Jerry Marotta. Harvey Sorgan plays with Hot Tuna.
Yeah.
I was at a little bar once. This bar probably holds 100 people. And he's doing this kind of 4 sticks thing.
Yeah.
And it's so slick, dude. It's almost so slick, it almost, like, if you didn't know, you'd think this guy couldn't play, because it's so, but it's just brilliant, man. And the level of talent that we were fortunate enough to be around as kids always makes its way into my playing. I haven't made a record in my life where I don't pretend to be Jerry Marotta, Harvey Sorgan, and yes, Levon Helm. And I can point to Coheed songs, Iron Fist, the song Wake Up. It's a ballad off our 3rd record. You can tell I'm nervous. My hand is like shaking. You're really good at this, dude. Like, I watch you talk. It's all calm and collected. I am terrified
I'm just here to hang out and learn from you, man.
No, you guys are all so nice. Dude, Drumeo, what? And any drummers out there, you've got to come and do Drumeo. This is unbelievable. It's them out there that I'm scared of. I picture my wife watching, and she'll know that I'm
She's
nervous.
probably on here somewhere.
Yeah, she probably is. Hi, honey. But yeah, just growing up in Woodstock, what a trip. Dude, you'd be at the store getting a coffee, and the guy behind you played with Peter Gabriel for 10 years. They're like P-Funk's drummers just hanging out.
Yeah.
And we got to be exposed to that as kids. And of course, those influences. Like I told you on Welcome Home, the way that turns around, that's straight Cars, dude.
Yeah.
That's where we got that from, or that's where I got that from. It's a really great way to kind of add drama to the next part. You start throwing that one around, and when it comes back, it's a real sock 'em in the gut moment.
Yeah.
So I like that you were turned on by that. You were like, oh, I would have never thought. And of course not. Like, what about Welcome Home says the Cars? Not much, but that moment. But Rick Woodstock lives up in Woodstock. Rick Ocasek from the Cars. Yeah. So just that area.
And you played Woodstock, I think you were saying, when you were like 15?
No, 14.
14 years old, you played Woodstock.
Woodstock 94, on the main stage with my brother's band, 3. Surreal experience. We were actually managed by Michael Lang, who fairly recently passed, and his son, Laszlo Lang, makes music and is always posting music. If you're watching, Laszlo, what's up? We were good friends with his daughters, but he also managed our band. And we were up there. We were kids, man. I think my brother was 17. I'm 14. Never in our lives played a show bigger than, the biggest show we'd played at that point was probably 300 people.
Yeah.
One time we played to 300 people, and here we are. And it's just an ocean of people. Oh, it was terrifying. You think I'm terrified now? Before that, I was like throwing up. It was terrifying, but what an experience. What a flipping experience.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
I think the coolest part about, even for me, getting to interview people like yourself and all these drummers who come through, I'm always surprised by the people who influenced, like yourself.
Sure.
Charlie Benante was recently here, and I think Neil Peart was like his hero, but I never would have connected like Rush to Anthrax and Pantera like as a direct link, or like Bron Daler from Mastodon. He was talking about growing up listening to like Mahavishnu Orchestra with Billy Cobham.
Big time, dude. Yeah.
And I think there's all these links between drummers and who they grew up listening to, and it makes a lot of sense when you actually hear yourself say it. You're like, oh yeah, like that is a turnaround from the Cars.
Yeah,
or that's
totally.
a Levon thing. So it's cool to like kind of bridge those gaps.
I think so. What an opportunity for us drummers to get to come in and talk about these kind of drum-centric things. I look at this as like a real gift, dude. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank
Nice.
everybody here. Yeah, this is really incredible.
Before we do the next track, I want to talk a little bit about your setup. Obviously, you're playing open-handed.
Yeah.
And it feels weird to have like that whole side of the kit just empty.
Yeah,
But-
it's so busy over
Yeah.
here. I think I'm going to add a floor tom over here, and then
You
we
should.
really can get those kind of double bass things going with one pedal. But
Yeah. So how did that all start with open-handed? Was that like a conscious thing, or were you told to play open-handed at one point, or?
well, sure, after I studied drums for years, I figured let's throw all that out the window and go, no, I have no idea what I'm doing, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like purposefully modest here. I have to teach myself my own ways to do everything.
Yeah.
I always talk about how I tie my shoes. I don't tie my shoes like other people. I had to kind of figure out my own way to do it. And
I want to
that's
know
just
how you
been
tie your shoes.
It's just a little different thing. I didn't know it was that different until a few years ago on the bus. Somebody's like, how do you tie your
Yeah,
shoes?
it's a different
like, wait,
knot.
you guys, and I remember I couldn't get it as a kid, but I think, I don't know if we call it neurodivergent. I've always had to learn things my own way. And this is a byproduct of that. You know,
Yeah.
I was a kid. I never really noticed drummers before. In fact, I can remember my brother, best friend Kwame saying check out the drums on this song when we're
Yeah.
little kids. And I couldn't hear just the drums. I could only hear the whole band.
Yeah.
I could hear that there were drums there, but I couldn't
Isolate them
center
almost,
in on them. And I always kind of was envious that he could. He'd be like, oh, this drum part. But I heard the music as a whole. And now I feel like maybe that has always really served me in my
Yeah.
life as a player. Maybe that's one of the reasons songwriters seem to like playing with me so much. But yeah, so when I sit down on the drums, actually, the story goes, my brother and his friend were playing bass and guitar. And my dad was like, that's it. I can't take this shit. You guys sound awful. You need a drummer. Josh, get in here. And he brought a snare drum and he's like, keep time. And
Yeah.
I'm probably begrudgingly, reluctantly but I could keep time. That was something I could always do.
Yeah.
And by, I don't know, the next day we kind of went downstairs and dusted off. My dad's a lifelong career musician.
Yeah.
So there's drums all over the house. And we got yellow kick drum, Frankenstein kit.
Yeah.
But I never noticed that a drummer would play like this.
Okay.
I just never thought about it. So this seemed to make sense to me.
That's just what felt comfortable when you picked
Yeah,
up
and I
the
probably
sticks up.
sat down and was, I don't want to say I was good, but I could go. That made a lot more sense than
Yeah.
if you never saw it before, why would
Yeah.
you? And then in a matter of days, I can remember my father got home from work and he poked his head in. I'm gonna get crying talking about it. It's like a big moment for me. And it was like, he said, you have that thing they can't teach. You have rhythm.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I wholesale subscribe to that you can't teach it, but what he's saying is it's in you.
Yeah. Some people have it.
Yeah,
For
and I
sure.
just, I wasn't good, but I think we played our first show. It's like an open mic night in Woodstock, New York, which again, who knows who's there? And just
Yeah.
Woodstock in the 90s was just alive, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-festival. But yeah, we played an open mic night and I knew it. I was so scared to get up there.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know if you could tell, I'm kind of like an anxious dude a little bit, terrified. I swear something spoke to me from that was bigger than me. I think it might have been me from the future. And it was
Yeah.
like, you do it now or you're never going to do it. Mind
Pressure.
you, my brother was the one in the front singing.
Yeah.
He should be scared, but me, I'm scared to go up there and go. Terrified, but I did it. I got up there and the high, the attention and feeling so connected to
Yeah.
my brother.
When you can see the audience moving when you're playing.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
You
Oh,
have
it lit me
power
up.
behind the instrument.
Yes, yeah.
know?
And all of a sudden, there was something here that I could be judged on. I always felt like the eyes of the world on me, and I just felt so connected to my dad and my brother And I'm not trying to be over or extra. I felt my life changed that day.
Yeah.
I was 11 years old.
You were saying that when you used to listen to records, like you couldn't isolate the drums.
Yeah.
So what was it about the drums that made you go like, I want to play that?
Yeah, okay, so check it out. I was a little bit good at it.
Yeah.
And then I think it was probably soon after my dad was like, all right, put the Salt and Pepper records away. We're going to listen to this. Down, down. Down, down. Ka, 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 ka. Down, down. You know, Led Zeppelin. And I give us credit as kids because we weren't like, Dad, whatever, you old geezer, get out of here. We were like, whoa. And then I could isolate the drums. Then it was Bonham who really kind of got me so interested in this as a thing. And then a whole journey that's still going on started when I was 11 years old.
Awesome, man.
It is cool, man. I'm glad you asked about that.
Yeah.
It's just, I still feel connected to my dad and my brother when I play music. Yeah. It's funny with me, like nerves are a big thing for me. Like when I was just playing Comatose, a song we've never played.
Yeah.
Coheed has never played that. I get like nervous and I'm always envious of people, singers that can get up there in the front of the crowd. I don't know that I could really do that without crumbling under the weight of my nerves. So thank God I have all this in front of me. I should be one of those guys with a huge kit. I'd be totally hidden from the crowd.
Yeah,
but
totally.
I just feel I feel connected to myself when I play drums. I feel connected to you guys. It's really like a beautiful thing beyond just, hey, I'm a drummer and playing. There's something spiritual about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, we're going to get into a bunch of other stuff, but I want to do another track. So we've got up next, Fuel for the Feeding End.
Oh, I'm glad we picked an easy one.
Yeah, that's why you're here, right?
Yeah, this is off the third record. Really interesting song. This was us kind of coming into our kind of what we would end up being known as like a prog band, but this was us vying for some respect in that world.
Yeah.
Not that it's ultra, it's not like Sleep Token or anything like that. It's groovy still.
Yeah.
But see what you guys think. It's an interesting tune.
Yeah, man.
Is this what I wish for those and all they know? Depend on how coward I should dare. If she won't give me the love I came here for, with
Oh, man.
Dude, that's definitely progressive.
Yeah. But we always
Crazy.
had a foot really centered in like the groove aspect of it.
Yeah.
Or at least trying to.
Yeah, like some things people are saying, which I totally agree, and we'll get into this, but the hi-hat work on that song, there's some parts in the bridge and a few other sections that are pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your hi-hat playing, and
I
then
can't
even
wait to get through one of these without making a mistake. Oh, man.
difficult.
Yeah.
And then even, dude, just your single pedal playing. Obviously, you don't have a double kick on the kit.
Yeah.
You definitely get some mileage out of the single kick.
I used to think my right foot was like really awesome until I watched like the drummer from Luna Shore or like El Step. Yeah,
Austin
I was
Archie.
like, oh my God, dude. His left foot is faster than my right foot, but there's just it's a really exciting time for drummers. There's such talent out there that's really kind of refocusing, reimagining drumming like as we know it. So what a time. I'm almost like I'm comfortable. I'm 44 years old, dude. The kids should be coming up and like wrecking shit. And I'm glad they are, you know? And like, there's just a lot of young talent and guys my age that are absolutely smoke shows. It's like, what? How is that even human? But I like what I do.
We were talking too, like, you think back to the 70s, guys like Bonham, Bill Ward.
Sure, yeah.
They were doing things that didn't exist at that point.
Yeah, they were innovators,
It would be weird if there weren't new things and people pushing the boundaries 50, 60 years later. So you definitely set the bench for what people could do even moving forward after Coheed. It's pretty sick, man.
You know, I also, like, I'm just comfortable that there is a lane for me.
Absolutely.
I see some of these prog guys and they're just so dang good. But I like the kind of drummer I am.
Yeah, man.
I really do. I don't know that was true years ago. I felt maybe not as confident. Not that I'm like spilling over with confidence here, but I like the drummer I am. I really do. I like what I bring to a song. I think I've got a keen ear for drama.
Yeah.
People really seem to like playing with me. And my goal is to be a part of the song and bring a sense of drama. Not to overuse that word, but I played the vocal a lot. You know, Claudio from Coheed, he's my musical brother. We actually just did a couple songs together. My blood brother, Joey, who I grew up playing with, we learned to play together.
Yeah.
I also learned to play with Claudio.
Yeah.
He's very much, him and Travis are musical brothers of mine, and we really share something. And I think when it's at its best, it's alive in that song.
Yeah.
I think that gives me the confidence to really, God, this sounds like an after-school special, but like believe in myself. Yeah, I'm not the fastest guy. My wrists aren't that fast, but I bring something that feels important to me. And when I connect with that audience, and I see people connecting to the energy and to what I'm bringing, it's just the best feeling in the world, man.
And
I mean,
locking in with those other guys who you have this musical connection on such a deeper level.
Yeah.
Like so many years of history between the three of you. So
and you know, and it was tumultuous. I mean, you asked about drum set Confessional before, and I think it actually makes some of the guys in the band uncomfortable because it was so dark.
Yeah.
When I bring this stuff up. I mean, I had really disintegrated my life, my career, everything I'd worked for. You know, it's like if you're in a band when you're eating shit. Oh God, am I allowed to curse?
you're
Sorry.
fine.
Oh shit. You're in the van days and you're really eating shit. And then you finally are like, against all odds, you have some success. And that's when I decide to leave. But like those guys, I didn't give them any reasons to like me. I acted really poorly, selfishly, really awfully. So for them it's been 12 years, but they invited me back. I think it served them too with everything that happened with Mike. I think they wanted an original member back, but there is something really beautiful about when we play together.
Yeah.
It just seems to go transcend music. It's like a brotherhood. Yeah.
Love that, man. And we'll talk a little bit more about that more later, but lots of people are asking about your hi-hat playing.
Yeah.
And you have some, we were even talking like signature Josh Eppard things that you do on the kit. And I think some are like those ideas you go between the hi-hat to the snare, hand to foot stuff. Can you talk about some of those things that you do like all the time?
Well, they're all basically lifted from like Stuart Copeland, but I like ending fills on the hi-hat, and Comatose, there was a great example of that. I nailed that one and I was like, I got this. And something happened in that first chorus, so I was like, oh no, it's not. I just want it to be so good. I care so much about our fans.
Yeah.
And I care so much about what you guys think too, but
we're loving it, man.
So just, you know, I've never had like the greatest wrists. I work on them all the time. Again, when I see some of these guys, it's like, oh, my wrists just don't do that. So I break it up with the kick drum. And then like, because of that kind of Stewart influence, I started kind of ending fills on the hi-hat.
Yeah.
You know, like in Comatose. You know, it's cool in a groove. You got a simple groove there, didn't need that, but you're saying to the audience, like, hey, this ain't your everyday thing.
Yeah.
There's something here. You know, I'll try to play quiet here. It could have just been that, you know, but Richard Christie always seems to, he'll listen to the whole record, he always picks out the fills that land on the hi-hat.
Yeah.
So I basically do them for Richard Christie, because I know he loves him. Richard's an incredible, you guys ever had Richard on?
We haven't.
Oh, dude, Richard is like dope drummer. I mean, he's so good. He's pro-level drummer. But I think about him every time I do those. Now, beyond that, just in a groove, open-handed allows you to just get over here a lot.
Yeah.
So even when I'm on the hi-hat, I'll just little stabs over here. Again, I view it as like very Stewart Copeland, you know? But like, if it doesn't come off that way, no, that's where it came from, I promise you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of the things that's become really like synonymous with me as a player. And again, something I really like about my playing. And the open-handedness, like it makes it really easy to do that. It's just natural. Not easy, but just natural. It's natural to come over here and just throw those in. And now I've done it so much, it's become signature. That's what happens, drummers out there. When you keep doing something, don't let your bandmates say, hey, stop doing that all the time. Say, no, I'm making it my signature thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
We talked to Mike Portnoy about that too, because he did that fill and Pull Me Under, like the 4 on the hands, 2 on the feet, and kind of goes around the kit. Now that's Mike's signature thing.
Sure, I actually know. Yeah,
he says the same
totally.
thing. It's like, you can't get away from it at this point. You just got to lean into it and own it.
Well, that's kind of my thing too. Like fills that they dance between the kick and the top of the kit.
Yeah.
And for me, from like a logistics standpoint, it's a chance to kind of reset those fills in Fuel for the Feeding End. That chance to reset, get up there, just in that split second. That's all the time it takes for me. You know, I'm human. I'm not. How do you say his name?
El Estapario.
El Estapario. I always forget his name, but I watched millions of his video, or the Luna Shore. You know that? Am I saying the name right?
Lorna Shore.
Lorna Shore, yeah.
Yeah.
So stupidly good. Like, it's so stupidly good. Like, for you human beings out there, you can get a second to get up there, or just all my fills, everything. But what you get is a nice bounce around from the top and the bottom of the kit that I love. I mean, that's not really easy to do. That took a long time to kind of have that become my signature thing, but you'll see it's in most Coheed songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Let's do another track. We've got Gravity's Union up next.
I love that this is just like, we couldn't pick like the big, oh yeah, okay, so.
Josh chose this one.
Yeah.
I can't be the bad guy here.
What was I thinking? No,
I don't know what you were thinking.
So this is a song, you know what's funny about this? Some of the early Coheed stuff is, all of it, both of those records are recorded without a click track.
Yeah.
We were excited kids that just were thrilled to be making records. And I don't know that we were green, because now I think it's such a badass thing that we recorded these without a click. One time, Justin from Killswitch calls me. He's like, what's the tempo for Welcome Home? Like, I have it in the first verse and then it falls off. I'm like, first of all, I don't know. I don't have the tempos to all the songs like in my pocket, but we recorded it without a click. And he didn't believe me at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, no, dude, I swear. Like, we did it without a click. But Gravity's Union, oddly enough, nowadays there's AI programs that can kind of tempo map things that aren't recorded to clicks.
Yeah.
The hardest one for us to do was Gravity's Union. It was recorded to a click. So we did all these ones that aren't done to a click. No problem. Tempo mapped.
Yeah.
Something about that guitar on the up, and you guys will hear it in a second, seems to kind of throw the computer for a loop there. And maybe we let it kind of drag and be a little bit human. So there's a little funky click stuff in here. I'll blame it on that if I mess up, even though it's, let's be honest, it's not really that. But
I love to blame AI too, so.
Yeah, blame it. When all else fails, blame AI.
Yeah.
But this is a really interesting song. In fact, when we were recording this, I tried to pitch Claudio on kind of letting me make it a little more Bonham-y, I guess, to where instead of, and you'll hear it in the song, that's kind of the basic groove you get on those up, and I kind of wanted to make it, but it's very kind of staccato, like Transformer-ish. I think Claude was right on that one.
Yeah.
But
It's got like that swampy kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it's a wild song. Let's get into it. Check this one out. This is a wild song.
I flew head first into the light. Witness
Dude. The chat is going wild after that. There's some crazy stuff in there.
It's a cool song, man. I think
Yeah.
it's cool.
Some people are saying, Josh's single kick is faster than my double pedal. And I think my favorite part of that song is there's like, you kind of go like swung kind of in the middle section and before like the crash chokes and stuff.
Yeah, so
Super
like,
cool stuff.
I mean, to be honest, I'm a better player now than I was when we tracked it. That's from 2011.
Yeah.
It's kind of swung, but not like that. I love that.
Yeah.
So it's straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
It kind of like bounces between those different feels, it like straight and swung. And
Yeah, and on the record, it's the guitars are just so mean.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kids having
So
fun.
sick, man.
Adults having fun. We weren't so
Yeah.
used to talking about the old records. We were adults by then.
Yeah.
That was my first record back with Coheed after like a 4.5 year absence.
Yeah.
And it was such a thrill.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds super corny. I'm starting to learn I'm just corny. Every time I talk to people, I'm like, this sounds corny, but it's true. I had to like pinch myself every day. I just couldn't believe that I was back in my band, you know? And I think it shows on the record. We were really excited, and I really love those records. After Man, it's a double record, but they were kind of released separately, but it's After Man, not Aftermath, After Man, Ascension and Descension. And I just love those records. I think they're really great. I think
Yeah.
some of the best stuff we ever did is on those records. Absolutely.
Nice, man. I wanted to get into something. We talked a little bit about this at dinner last night. We were talking about the two records that Taylor Hawkins came in and did one record, and Chris Pennie
Yep.
did the other one. And you said that the record that Taylor did was the record that saved your life. And
Yeah.
I wanted to dig into that a little bit. And
Sure, yeah.
Like, what did you mean by that? And yeah, what was it like at that point in time?
You know, I think there were things that Claudio, and I'm sure he was speaking for Travis too, had to say that I wasn't able to hear in word form. I wasn't able to hear it because people had been trying to tell me for years at this point.
Yeah.
You have a problem, you need help. You know, it was met with the usual, you know, either junkie bravado, just really blind to that. But I was able to hear them. They were able to get through in song
Yeah.
in a way that just, you know, I've kind of told him this in a roundabout way, but I don't know if he really understands it. I don't know if I've ever really articulated it to him, but I was hurt that they made such a great record without me, if I'm being honest. I really was. I was really upset by that. Now, they're talented guys, but they went and made a banger without me. And with my favorite drummer, it really stung, but I needed that sting.
Yeah.
And I just sit there and listen to the record. I fell in love with the record. Really, I did. I was like, this is terrific. And I was like, it hurt to not be a part of it in a way that I didn't think it would. The things Claudio says on that record are not easy things to say, but I heard them, and eventually it was, when it lands in here, when you really absorb it, start to maybe take some accountability, something I was not accustomed to at all.
Yeah.
And I heard my friends telling me how they felt on that record. And that record really was a catalyst for me kind of turning the eyes of the world on myself and saying like, hey, maybe I'm part of the problem. All the good people in my life are gone.
Yeah.
And before that, it was all their fault. And then I started to say, maybe it's my fault. Seems really obvious now, you know, it seems like, well, duh. But at the time when you're lost in that haze of heroin and drugs and just this, you know, drunk on attention from bad people, it's like a maze to crawl out of it. And that record, God, this is corny. That record was the lighthouse that really helped to lead me out. That and a few other things. My wife, Tammy, the love of my family, although they'd had enough of my shit, for real, you know, and my Coheed family had enough of my shit too, you know. We didn't fall apart at the first sign of trouble. It was years of like, I was a bad friend, a selfish friend, really bad friend, because I just was trapped in my own shit. But that record, beyond the fact that it's just a terrific record with an unfortunate cover.
We've had a good laugh about that one.
Terrific album with an unfortunate cover. Yeah, fucking record saved my life, man. And it's, you know,
Crazy.
We're not doing that song in here, but we did it in some other recorded stuff. And, you know, there's a real kind of full circleness. And believe me, I wish it was different. Believe me, I wish Taylor was still here.
Yeah.
But I think about that. I think of how Taylor lost his life, and I think about why Taylor was playing on that record, because I was in the process of losing my life, and I try to honor Taylor, one of my favorite drummers, anytime I play anything off that record.
Yeah.
Of course, and it's just, I love what he did on it. I am a different drummer, but we get into that in our other video. But yeah, it's powerful, man. It's really powerful, and it's a powerful record. Anybody out there that hasn't checked it out, it's almost the best kind of journey into Coheed and Cambria. It's concise in a lot of ways. All the elements of Coheed are represented. If I had to take a dig, I think some of the quirkiness on the drums is not totally missing. I mean, Taylor did his Taylor thing, and which is similar to my thing. I think they were trying to cop a little my sound. This wasn't their second record. This was their fourth record. There was a sound that was kind of in place with the band.
For sure. Yeah.
Just a real, so flattering for me, I do think some of that quirkiness and some of that spunkiness on the drums was maybe missing a little bit. I like to think that that's what I could have added to it, but I get to live and at the same time really honor what Taylor did. Yeah, and Chris had a hand in it too. Chris helped craft a lot of the parts and stuff. That's why Taylor brought Chad Smith to the studio for moral support, because he was like, oh my God, this record, it's just a lot of crazy shit on here. It's just a terrific record. And like I said, anybody who hasn't checked that record out, it's almost the perfect, it better be a good record if the guy not on it is like, hey, it might be the best foray into the band, but maybe not. Maybe In Keeping Secrets is. I mean, sometimes, more often than not, my favorite Coheed record is the first one, but that's because I hear us as little kids, you know? We're kids, we made a record in a bedroom, and to me, that's really beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And music breeds community and family, you know? And I think of my family, I think of the bad stuff, the good stuff. So Second Stage, but I think of that with every record.
Yeah.
In a way, World for Tomorrow is every bit as powerful as all the records I played on. So what a trip. Yeah, it's really...
Dude, what a crazy, incredible story of...
It's wild,
There's
right?
that period of time, and now you're back in the band, and we're here talking about it, and...
I couldn't have dreamed
insane.
this up, dude. I really couldn't. I know it sounds silly, but I do feel like I was kind of gifted from the universe a chance to come back to Coheed by really accepting that it was over. I was okay that it was over. It took a long time to get there, but I was okay that it was over and more interested in preserving my friendships. Like I just said, music breeds family and community. And I knew I had let down my friends, and I wanted them to know that I loved them. And I think they could feel that. I think if they thought I was coming back and saying hey, let's be bros again. Hey, man, can I play on that song? I don't think it would have worked. I think they could feel the earnestness. I love those guys. I think we want to kill each other sometimes, but that's a band. It's normal. A marriage. Yeah, I mean, resentment grows, and, it's a business. It's a successful, profitable business. And, but I love those guys. Yeah. I love those guys dearly. It's almost like all bands are marriages, and marriages ain't always perfect, and there's infighting, but those guys are family to me. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thanks for sharing. I think that's super insightful, and it's pretty cool to hear that story coming from you and talking about that. So thanks for diving into that.
Is the crowing next?
The crowing is next.
Let's talk for another second here. We got time, right? Oh my God.
Josh is gonna leave now. So we've got 2 more tracks. We're almost at the end of the hour, but
well, I do want to just say, in my hometown, we lost somebody recently. We lost 2/5 of a band. See, I talk about Zeppelin, we talk about Floyd, we talk about the bands that broke through.
Yeah.
Bonham got me interested, mega interested.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd got me interested. Prince, Michael Jackson, all that shit got me interested. But a band called Peace Bomb got me there. And to this day, I only hope to do to someone in the audience what Peace Bomb did to me. The day before my first day here, we lost one of the founding members of Peace Bomb. It's really tragic. And here we are doing The Crowing, a song I didn't even know we were doing. Well, it was my list. I'm the worst, that's why. But I think of Joe Stote, which makes me think of his wife Val, and I think of Joe Cuccello, who we lost all in this year, and his wife Erin and their kids. But Joe Stote loved this song. I'm not gonna cry about it, but I felt so proud that somebody from Peace Bomb, this band that just meant so much to me. I mean, it's the reason I do this. Again, we talk about the big guys, but Peace Bomb took me to a place that I'd never been. You see them in small clubs. They were quite popular locally, but it was this art rock, almost funk. It's the 90s, and you had funk, but I never saw a drummer like the drummer of Peace Bomb, a guy, Chris Gartman, who played on all the 3 records that are on Metal Blade. You like prog music, you like dope drumming, you've got to check out 3, the number, the unfortunately titled band. It's hard as hell to search, but they toured with Dream Theater. In fact, Mike Portnoy saw them play and was like, you're coming on tour with us, and boom, they're on tour on the Prog Nation tour. Maybe some of you guys saw them on the Prog Nation tour, but this drummer, Chris Gartman, again, locally, we should do a Drumeo special. I'll host it. We've got the drummers of upstate New York. I mean, there's some really famous players, world-class players up there. Chris Gartman and Peace Bomb. And I just want to, no matter what happens, I'll probably screw this up horribly. I just want to, this is for Joe Stote. This is for Joe Cuccello. I'm not going to cry, Jesus Christ. And what their music and art meant to me, it lives forever. It's a fucking hard song to play.
Fed the clues of a lost steady kids in motion, but I thought of it so, like there's no other way it could have been done. Will they size my fate
I thought the earlier songs were a workout. Dude, your leg must be like destroyed.
Why? I was kidding.
You tell me why.
No, it fucking hurts like hell, dude.
The chat's like, how is he doing it?
Good, because I feel like I watch every other drummer, and I'm like, how is that possible?
Now that's you.
No Effects the other. I'm watching a clip of them from 1998, and the drummer just
Hour and a half.
And I was like, holy fuck, man.
Crazy.
Oh, you know what, man? So just for you guys out there, that song's tracked without a click. That's the excited young 20-something-year-old version. And it moves quite a bit. So if you heard some of that looseness, you know, it's like a bit of a time machine. I'm trying to play catch up with myself at 23 years old with, you know, the success of Second Stage blew our minds. I mean, I actually don't play on 2 of the songs on Second Stage. We talked about it at dinner last night because I thought 8 people would have the record and it was given to them. I didn't think anything would happen. But you know, some people were paying attention. Yeah. And it was so thrilling and so just otherworldly exciting for us. And I can hear that excitement in that record. I think it's part of what makes that record really special. And I know there was a time we were playing that a little bit slow live, not because we're lazy, because it grooves a lot harder slow. I mean, still, it's such a strange song. Yeah. And I do just want to say, the obnoxious tom fills through the whole verse, that was supposed to be the whole band doing that. Oh, really? It was like, I remember Claude being like, you know, like a Thrice thing. We were touring with Thrice a lot at that time, and Thrice had really they were more established than us. It was supposed to be like a chugga, chugga, chug, 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 chug. So I do it on the drum track. The producer's like, oh, I don't like that shit. So I'm the only one doing it now, and it's a little obnoxious, but that's okay. We were young. We were a little obnoxious. Yeah. But that was a pretty good, you know what? That was a pretty good performance. It's better than I thought I was going to do, because man, the metal part, that is fast. But it wants to be spread out a little bit more. Not fast is a good thing. It's harder in a way to play it not fast, where you spread it out. That time, it's like, feels much faster to me, but I feel like that was a really good, that was powerful for me, man. It makes me think of Joe Stote, who told me how much he liked that song. And it was a moment for me. Joe Stote had this deep voice, and he had a real dad energy to him. And Joe Stote was also in 3 on Wake Pig, and I believe Revisions, their next record, which, check out Wake Pig, check out The End Has Begun, skip Revisions, and then check out The Ghost You Gave to Me. Yeah. Those, I'm telling you, you guys have to check these records. They'll blow your fucking mind. Yeah. Dude. 3's like one of the best bands that ever walked the face of the earth. For real. If Mike Portnoy saw them and was like, nope, you're on tour with me, took them out on the entire Dream Theater run, offered them like 8 weeks in Europe with Dream Theater, they just couldn't afford to do it. It would have costed like, you know, $100,000 to do it, and they just couldn't do it. But
that says something though.
I gotta play you some stuff. I gotta like text you some stuff, dude.
Please.
You'll trip, and then you'll have Joey on Guitario, because he's stupid.
Yeah, love it, man. Well, we're at the end. You made it the whole hour. We have 1 song left, but before we do it, do you have any final words of advice to everyone watching? There's tons of people in the chat right now. They're loving this whole stream. Oh, good. They're saying this is the highest quality Josh we've ever got. Yeah. And kind of a good mix of like really like drum-centric stuff, but also kind of your story. Well,
I also will say, man, like I check out Coheed live videos, and I just don't hear a drum-centric mix for a band that is desperate for a drum-centric mix. Like we should be hearing that the kick drum should be not just like feel it, but audible. When you're dealing with you know, you want to have that thing to bounce from. Yeah. It's a hard thing. Dude, mixing Coheed is hard. I think we have one of the best mixers in the world doing us. But like, I think it's important for the fans to really hear the attack of the drums. Yeah. And it's something we're always working on. So this is such a thrill. This is such a thrill.
You guys get the drums just mixed a little bit higher, which is great.
I'm trying to get them even higher was my point. I'm trying to get them even more high. It's a battle, you know? Sometimes it's a battle. I mean, music is about more than just the drums, but the drums are such a integral part of it, you know? My final advice to any players out there would be that there's a lot of different lanes, you know? This shit isn't a race. This isn't an Olympic event. This is about creativity. This is about drama. This is about being part of a song, and there's nothing quite like being a part of a song. And just know that there's lanes out there. I'm always pushing. I think the day that I'm not learning and getting better, I'll walk away from this. I've got a lot to learn, but maybe in a way that makes me almost like better to speak on this. I'm not one of these like inhuman robots that just like, "Brrr." I'm very human, and there's a lot of humanity in my playing, and there's a lane for me. There's a lane for you. Find your strengths and work on your weaknesses. And I wish you guys all the luck. I sincerely hope I'll get to come back to Drumeo.
Yeah, dude.
This has been one of the highlights of my whole life.
Well, it's been an honor, man. We've wanted to have you here for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's been a blast. And
Now let me train wreck this song. Since I got through the really hard ones.
Yeah, I've got a few other things before we leave. Like Josh mentioned, we filmed a ton of stuff yesterday and earlier today. So there's gonna be stuff coming out over the next weeks, months, maybe the next year, we'll see. Including some songs that Josh didn't play in this lesson on purpose because we filmed some standalone videos on some of those songs. Josh, this has been a blast. Thank you so much. You're a legend, and it's been a blast to hang out with you for 2 days.
Yeah, what a thrill. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for being so kind. I can't say enough about how you guys treat the people here. You guys are really just consummate professionals, but you're so nice. Thank you.
You make it easy. We're going to end with The Suffering. And I'm gonna go watch from the control room.
Yeah,
so
this is true to life because my hands hurt so bad I am suffering right now. So let's do it.
Nice.
Is there word right to say, even in this old-fashioned way? Go make a move, girl, I'm not coming home. Things have changed. If I could have stayed, would you have loved me either way? Dressed to the blues, day-to-day with my collar. Decisions sit so make it quick. A breath inhaled from an SOC. Yeah, 'cause the day that I learned of the web you spied, I don't want to be. If it was up to me, I would have figured it out. Wait forever, get clogged out. Oh, I hope you're waiting. If it was up to me, I would have never walked out. So until the sun burns out, oh, I hope you're waiting. Would we have lived as a child would care? With this fire to drink, I dare.